consciousness. And that will enable devotees to more easily rise to goodness and practice Krishna consciousness. If we practice Krishna consciousness, we practice Varnasrama, then we will actually be able to overcome, especially in the Western world, but actually that doesn't apply anymore. It's all over the world. It's here in India. There's so much passion going on around here and so much tamagun. So it's all over the world. To elevate ourselves, one has to be regulated. One has to associate, as Krishna says, a devotee needs to associate with the things in the mode of goodness. Water in the mode of goodness, time in the mode of goodness, sleeping in the mode of goodness, food in the mode of goodness. Everything, the mode of goodness, anything you can think about, any activity, any object, everything is influenced by the modes. And Varnasrama means all of these things are selected which are in the mode of goodness. May not be what you like, but it's what's good for you. So I come to a conclusion, and of course you already know what my conclusion is because I'm a little prejudiced on this subject already. I'm quite convinced, I convinced myself, although I wasn't a Varnashramite way back when. I was also of the opinion that we're transcendental. But then it occurred to me that, well, if I'm transcendental to Varnasrama, I must be transcendental to everything else. And since it doesn't appear like I'm transcendental to other things, maybe I'm not transcendental to Varnasrama either.
Unless in the human society the Varnashram system is introduced, no scheme or social order, health order, or any order, political order, will be successful.
Prabhupada, in this October discussion, none of these things will work. And he's giving this very interesting social order, health order, political order, anything that you cry, education, everything is chaos. If you objectively look at what's going on in the world, it's chaos. And if someone thinks it's going on in some other way, they've got their head in the sand. The world is actually falling apart in every different way. And why? Tasya kartaram apimam. We're not doing what it is that Krishna wants.
Then we have to introduce this Varnashram Dharma. It must be done perfectly, and it is possible, and people will be happy.
Srila Prabhupada's concluding in this February 77 discussion. Prabhupada is very emphatic. Somehow, we've got to figure it out, and it's our duty. It starts with the GBC body, it starts with the senior devotees, it starts with Brahminically minded Vaishnavas. Find a reconciliation. Once we agree that it should be done, Srila Prabhupada is leaving us with this order. I don't like that order hanging over my head, so therefore at least I'm trying to do something. We have to introduce this Varnashram Dharma. It must be done perfectly, and it's possible, and people will be happy. And our business is to make people happy. So, what about Prabhupada's statements? I try to reconcile in this way. I hope that at least it satisfies some devotees. Here again is the link, if you want, to this book. This is just about the Varnas. It's about the 21 qualities primarily. And I'm not going on Shravanam Kirtanam. I'm not really touching those in any great detail. And about the principles of Varna. And still there's a lot to write. Just earlier I was mentioning to Revati Raman Prabhu that the late Gopi Pranadhan Prabhu, once when he was meeting with devotees, he was making this very relevant point. Our movement needs to write modern day Dharma Shastra. We need to have Dharma Shastra. There's Manu Samhita, but and Srila Prabhupada says Manu Samhita is a must, but once again, it's for a different age. It's for a different kind of person. What is the process, what is the principles of Dharma which constitute Varnashram Dharma, Daivi Varnashram Dharma, that works for today's people, Kali Yuga people, and for the next 10,000 years? There needs to be books on that. This is our effort. As I mentioned, it's a series of books. and we're ending 3 minutes early, and we'll conclude with the next one, which is certain questions and answers on Varnashram. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.